update for you from the Donald Trump trial, where they are now cross-examining the lawyer for Stormy Daniels and for Karen McDougal, the playmate with whom Trump allegedly had an affair, both of whom allegedly tried to get money from him so as not to disclose this. Their lawyer is named Keith Davidson. He came right before Avenatti for Stormy. And what the defense lawyer, this guy Emil Bove, is trying to do with Mr. Davidson now, because it's time for cross-examination, this guy on direct talked about how he dealt with Michael Cohen. They struck a deal. He wanted money, in particular for Karen McDougal, $150,000, so she wouldn't go public with the story, and the National Enquirer paid it. Now it's cross-examination time, and Trump's lawyer is making him look like an absolute scumbag. That appears to be the cross-examination approach, strategy. This from the New York Times. He establishes Davidson has never met Trump. Mr. Bove continues to try to create distance between these deals and Donald Trump. Trump's defense is, in part, I don't know what the hell Michael Cohen was doing. You know, like he was out there, and my people, like they're out there doing what they're going to do. Michael Cohen took out a home equity loan to pay off Stormy Daniels. It wasn't at my hand. Okay. Bove returns to the topic of how Michael Cohen desperately wanted a job in Trump's White House and is bitter that he didn't get it. And that's why Michael Cohen's going to be lying about Trump when he takes the stand. He gets him to testify that he acted despondent, Cohen did, on a call with Keith Davidson when he didn't get the job. Davidson, asked about the call, says, quote, I thought Cohen was going to kill himself. He thought he was going to be the attorney general.
Oh
my God. Oh,
anything's
my
possible.
God. I mean, you know those crazies who say, like, if Trump wins, I'm moving to Canada? Like, if Michael Cohen had become attorney general, I might have considered it. Like, I'd have to at least look at where else we could go.
It'd be funny, though. The coats.
Oh.
Come on.
I mean, truly, like, okay. Bo is now trying to paint Davidson as a serial extorter, asking for money in various situations and being mindful not to cross the line into actual extortion. Bo is successfully digging up unsavory episodes from Davidson's past to cast him as shady. A former client of his leaked info that Lindsay Lohan was in rehab, extorted Charlie Sheen. This guy, Davidson, has resorted multiple times now to I don't recall. Suggest the money to Stormy Daniels. Bove, the defense lawyer, increasingly headed toward the suggestion that the money to Stormy may not have been paid to cover up an affair with Daniels at all, but because Trump was being shaken down. In other words, they just wanted to, get his money. Who knows whether they actually had an interlude. The guy says, well, I've had over 1,500 clients in my career. This is, I guess, why he remembers nothing. And they're saying he appears something akin to ashamed, forced to answer questions about other celebrities who his clients purportedly had relations with and from whom they sought money to stay quiet. They're trying to paint him as, this is all this guy does. He sees a celebrity with a deep pocket and he finds a way to extort them for money so that either an actual affair or the allegations of one don't hit the front page of any given tabloid. This sounds very effective in destroying this guy's credibility. What do you guys think?
It certainly sounds like it.
I just want to fast forward to 2030. Like this, there will be a time when we're not talking about this crap, and like our politics will move to a different place. Maybe it'll be worse, but I have fatigue over even knowing Michael Cohen and a universe of where politics is all. I get it; it's entertaining, but like hush money and stuff. And why are we having a trial about this? And why are we insisting that the presidential candidate, as crazy as he is, has to have his ass in a courtroom seat for a whole big swath of his campaign, or else he'll be in contempt. The whole thing is just it's very dispiriting.
Megyn, every single time we talk about the Trump legal case, I want to sort of turn the tables and start asking you questions. I mean, there are two things that I'm wondering about right now. The first is like Michael Avenatti, who I know has called into MSNBC at least once to do like jailbird legal correspondent via collect call, which is like kind of hilarious and really sad at the same time, because I don't want anybody to be in jail, to be totally honest. Is he going to be called is the first question. The second question is, what is your sensibility about the case now that we're into it a little bit? Are you thinking like the odds of conviction, have they risen? Have they fallen? Is it too early to say?
If this were a fair jury, actually interested in the evidence and were they properly instructed on the law, it would be Trump's easily. He would be acquitted. But I do think, I said this the other day, in the same way Marcia Clark lost the OJ trial once she didn't move the venue and got the jury she got, she lost then. This trial too has already been lost by the fact that it's being tried in Manhattan and they've got the jury they do. I mean, maybe there's somebody on there who will hold out. That could happen. But the overwhelming odds are that didn't happen, that they all have the proper New York City liberal elite credentials, that they can't stand Donald Trump and that they can't wait to find guilty. And frankly, even if they are fair, they're going to be given legal instructions when they get the jury instructions that are so awful and not consistent with the actual state of the law that there are horses that are being led right to the water and they will drink, but it's wrong. I mean, this judge, it's a long story, but the short of it is the jury instructions should say, if you find that the type of money paid to Stormy Daniels is the type of money that would only ever be used to advance somebody's electoral chances, then you may proceed to finding whether Trump actually paid that money. That's what it should read. And for them to say, do we think that the hush money is only ever paid to advance an election? Oh, wait, no. Men have been paying that since the dawn of time. Okay, so now what should we do, Judge? The next line should say, then acquit. Then acquit. Because there's no underlying crime that would have revived the dead misdemeanor of falsifying business records. But what it's actually going to say is, do you think he conspired to try to win the election with Stormy Daniels or her representatives? And the only way they're going to say no to that is if they really believe he and Michael Cohen didn't talk at all. And I don't think they're going to reach that. So I think he's losing. He shouldn't be, but he is. And I stand by my original prediction that he's going down. He's going to be convicted in this case.
But anyone's guess whether or not there's actual jail time involved here.
There's no way there's getting jail time. I just think that's a left-wing fantasy that, Andrew Weissman spins the little MSNBC viewers into thinking might happen in, the mornings when he's feeling a little lonely. That's what he thinks about. And lotion. And it's not happening. I'm stunned. There's something seriously wrong with the judge if he tries to put Trump in jail over there. I don't think so. Okay, now speaking of horrible things
of those
and people,
expectations, by the way.
Can your savings weather an economic storm? Think about what you've put away for the future. Inflation can render cash worthless. Real estate can crash like it did in 2008. Economies built on a mountain of debt can fall like a house of cards. There are very few physical assets that you can invest in that can stand the test of time. But gold has withstood as a valued form of money. It's why many people are flocking to it right now, and it's why Birch Gold is busier than ever. Through a little-known tax loophole, Birch Gold lets you convert a retirement account into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. And the best part, it does not cost you 1 cent out of pocket. To learn more, text MK to 989898 and claim your free info kit on gold. Again, can your IRA or 401k weather an economic storm? If not, consider looking into Birch Gold. Text MK to 989898 and explore securing your savings today. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.